motherfucking bitches better stay fucking home, cause we shoot niggas right in the motherfucking face.
Woo.
Have you like a flower in the motherfucking vase.
Ooh.
Woo! I'ma leave it like that. Leave it like that, or you'll be gone like Mace.
Ooh.
Woo! Let me just stop.
You're killing them.
Stop.
Killing them.
Stop.
Woo.
Chrys. Y'all,
put the bells up.
Put the bells up. We live at St. John's University right now. Repping that Lost Boys family in the building. I see everybody in the building. We are live right now.
Sir.
Shout out to everybody showing love.
Queens get the money.
Queens get the money like the BQE. Talking no like, yo. Brooklyn in the motherfucking building. Queens in the motherfucking building.
Yes,
New York
sir.
in the motherfucking building. We got the 5 boroughs. I represent all the motherfucking boroughs.
Staten.
Maybe except Staten. Maybe that's the one borough I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stop playing. I got a lot of people I fuck with in Staten, but personally, I don't cross that $18 bridge and shit to go over there to the island where it's like one train through the whole strip.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? Dude, I am Brom still in the fucking, yo, bring us to Paris. Yo, we about to pop it off, man. I'm about to get off this live shit. But we are live on St. John's. Follow me at Casey Chrysler. You know what it is. LD Lost Boys.
Yes, sir. So we got a lot to talk about here. Now, let's get into how you guys formed for the people who may not have tuned into the first interview last time and just tuning in for the first time this time. How do you guys, you and Mr. Cheeks, met and came together for this amazing comeback around?
So so funny to come back around. And it really is so amazing you said that, just because, like, right before I answer, I just want to say, anybody listening right now, go to Google, you just search the word Lost Boys. You know, Google always refers to, like, what's the top 5 things people searching. Number 3 is Lost Boys Next Generation right now. For the word Lost Boys, which is really exciting because I know when we put this project together. But let's go way back in the time when I first met my brother, Mr. Cheeks, many years ago. And, you know, on some real, because right now a lot of people might not know, I do the music, right? Mm-hmm. And I do all the business in the back end for the squad. I make sure everybody eat, do the contracts, and make sure everybody's
double dipping.
I do everything. I'm really like, you know, some people, I don't like to compare myself, like my team's like, I don't compare yourself to nobody. But I feel like there's nobody that I can even say is doing what I'm doing but like a Jay-Z who's like 20 years in age difference. Money different. I could have a few 100,000, but he got like $1 billion.
Yeah.
You know, so that means
it's coming though. You're working hard.
Oh yeah, I'm working hard.
A lot of stuff's going down too.
A lot of stuff. We got the squad. I got my own little Rock Nation over here. You know, I got my own little thing over here, and God been blessed me to do this. So yeah, me and Cheeks met. I think it was like, I met in my first years of college.
Yeah.
First met, I was in LIU doing a radio show. That shit was crazy. I used to do the radio show at
you were telling me about that.
LIU, and I think I had Cheeks come down, trying to have him do an interview, and I got this thing called Empire State Mixtape. So if you have like an Apple or Android right now, you can search Empire in the Apple Store, Google Play, and get the app. Or go to EmpireStateMixtape.com. You'll see I've been doing that for over 10 years too. That's like my little entertainment, music, Facebook kind of personal thing for myself.
Does that have to do something with VH1, I believe, too?
Well, we have, throughout the years of it, I've had people from VH1, MTV, and Oxygen, and everything host the series. So that's what I've been blessed to be able to have people from everywhere, like OK, I rock with KC and Empire State Mixtapes, which is really essentially something where I've let a lot of people eat off the platform that I created, kind of like sharing my network for a fee. You know, so but it's a family though. Like it's a lot of people that come through, and they got joined it, and they paid for stuff, and but years later, like they have to pay for nothing because for me it's a family. Like it's people that pay just to be like only like $100, so it's like a slot. But then I brought them to Six Flags Great Adventure like next year to perform like 2-3 times for nothing, just because that's how we operate. So through that system of Empire State, I had Mr. Cheeks hosting Empire State Volume 5 or something like that. And we were connected with one of his dudes out there and him, and I went to the studio in Queens and we was just smoking and vibing. Like I'm telling you, like it was really like in somebody's basement. It was the first time like, me and Cheeks in somebody's basement. It was like everybody just had weed everywhere, and it was like the plastic was down like in one of those Italian movies where like it looked like somebody's dead behind the plastic that's hanging. But it was like that's where at that time when I don't know where it was. That was whoever crib it was, and that was their booth. They called that the booth. It was like in the basement, and Cheeks was there. He didn't give a fuck. Like he was just, I'm Queens. I'm hard like that. I could be in a $1 billion studio. I could be in my man's basement. It don't matter where I'm at. You feel what I mean? And that's where I met him, and we vibed. You know, that was probably the first thing we ever did. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have you on this Empire State joint. At the time, I don't even think he knew I did music. It was just,
really?
Yeah, it was just on some like here's some business shit. Like, I need you part of this.
What was the first time he found out that you did music?
Yo, you know, so funny. We've been touring and doing everything. I think the first time that he really knew I was really doing my music was like, I think he knew, but I think other people around him kind of probably put it more to the forefront because like the radio stations started playing it and shit like that. And I was always just handling all the business for Chrys for many years, making sure he was good. Like we went to South Africa a few years ago, performing, just me and him in Cape Town. You know, I'm on like, and that was, you know, for me it was like I already did music, but for him that was when he first started understanding my musical ability, like being his main backup guy and the manager, contract guy, and everything, all like one and doing it at the highest level. And then he was like, when he found out later, like, oh shit, he going his own music and never asked me about shit. Like, yeah, like has nothing to do with anything. Like you do your Mr. Cheeks, I'm Chrys, right? Yeah. Everybody else their own shit. So that's what. By the time he found out I do music, it was all over the fucking radio. Like Hip Hop Mike was playing it, Drewski was playing it, like, and they were like, oh okay. So I you know, what's up? So we just first record we did together, like really. Was the Freaks record, you heard? We did that.
That's a hit off it. That's a hit off the Next Generation, yeah.
Yes, off the Next Generation. We did that Freaks joint. We did that like last year. We didn't do it last year. I think we did the year. We had recorded that record like the year before last. But then we started running with it last year, and we was everywhere. Like I said, we performed that record. You got the Miami Heat jersey on right now. We performed that at the American Airlines Arena for the Miami Heat halftime show. Yeah. It was crazy. For me, it was crazy. Like, when you write a record and then you get to perform it in front of a stadium of people.
What was that like?
Shit.
American Airlines.
American Airlines Arena is a whole different level. You just see all those people. You on the Megatron. Like, for the people that's not right up on you can definitely still see you. You know, in the American Airlines Arena, they got the TVs in the bathrooms and the VIP. Yeah. Like, everybody, even if you can't see them, they looking at you. Yeah. And if you're in such a special spot, depending on where the game is, you might be on TV somewhere. You know, so, but it was just, it's surreal. I think right now it's kind of like, it almost feels like it's just, oh, it's like, okay, this is what we doing again? When it first happened, I was like, oh, shit. But now, I'm telling you, we touching nothing but stadiums and arenas. Like, we just did City Field last week. Yeah, big one. And it was like, yo, shit. City Field, hands down, I was telling somebody there, that's hands down the biggest venue in Queens, right? What's a bigger venue in Queens? Yeah, I'd say it's the biggest. Yeah, that's the biggest. Biggest venue in Queens, right? And we're Lost Boys from Queens, right? So I'm just saying, like, we doing what we supposed to be doing. It's summertime, you know, we shut it down. And that's not to mention, that was a youth festival for the kids. So it's not, that wasn't even a standard concert for a bunch of, like, parents were there, but it was mainly kids. There was no other adult performers in the whole show. It was nothing but kids. So, like, it was like, I remember I saw somebody tweet, and I saw it like 3 days after that. It was like, I'm trying to figure out why Mr. Cheeks and the Lost Boys are legitimate. And it just was funny to me because it's like, you know, you, like, if he was like, if Mr. Cheeks' son was like Lil Yachty, they wouldn't ask that. They're like, oh, because he got a son that's with the young music. But the fact, like, we're getting so hot right now that we belong in all of those demographics. We letting you know the Lost Boys, next generation, represents age 2 all the way up. You know what I mean? We're not just, you know, catering to the people that love the classic fans of my OG brother, Mr. Cheek, from the stuff from the 90s and 2001. I mean, he never stops making music. You know that? Like, people don't know, like, a lot of music some people don't know about, but he's never stopped making music. I'm going to tell you personally, like, I still have so many CDs. He had a Raise album, or he has so many albums that he just does because he doesn't stop recording. Like, he's a musical beast. Like, he'll record all the time. Like, even think about this Lost Boy record we did. Like, we're going to have to play that one more time. I want to tell y'all a story about this Lost Boy record. This Lost Boy record, because this was after we did the Freaks record. And I'm like, all right. The Freaks record was getting a lot of traction. How nice that we started playing it. Drewski started playing it. And it was like, oh shit, they really playing this Freaks record. Then we performed, but what really was the icing on the cake for that Freaks record was when we performed it at UMBC. Out in Maryland. Okay. We performed in the Maryland arena thing. Whatever. It's a college. It's a college out there. I'm sad that I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's on my Instagram, y'all. But in case you guys can scroll down, y'all find it. But yeah, we did that, and Dougie Fresh was on the bill for that. Really? Right? Mm-hmm. And he brought Vicious with him. So, and 2 days before that, Cheeks had sent this Freaks record to Dougie and Vicious because if you listen to it, obviously the Freaks record is a sample. Some of it on the hook is a sample of the original Freaks record with Dougie Fresh and Vicious. Gave it to them, and they was like, "Oh shit, this is fire. We with it."
And they played it.
They played it. Right now, they on deck to just do what we got to do with it, whatever we got to do with it. And to me, that's amazing because they're the original freaks.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, and we even got my reggae dude on there with me, 40 Wonder, that, you know, I think definitely helped set the sensation on it. And, you know, I'm a writer, so I wrote it. You know, I don't like to even talk about, like, I wrote the record, like, I wrote my, you know, this is for the freak. That's me. Like, I play with my voice. A lot of people don't know, like, I don't need all those effects. I can go live on stage and perform all those records. You know, those auto-tune records, you be thinking, like, I have a lot of ability with my voice. Like, and I've been doing music my whole life. Like, I used to play piano. When I was young, I used to play the flute. I was in the band when I was a little kid. Like,
so you're well-rounded with instruments.
My grandmother flooded me with shit. I'm gonna tell you, I don't do a lot of shit right now because I didn't want to do a lot of shit. It's because my grandmother made sure I did every damn thing. I think I was a little kid. I went to Boy Scout and karate, swimming class, all that shit in like 5 hours.
You tell me that your grandmother set the foundation.
Oh yeah, my grandmother set the foundation and prepared me to be able to balance shit. She always used to tell me, it ain't gonna be smooth. Stop whining. Life ain't easy. Because if you know, you're in this industry, it's different. It's not. You know, you could think things are going to go smooth and something go wrong, but everybody's not made for that. Some people have to stick to a smooth situation or they're going to be, like, going crazy. This is something that can go crazy all the time, even if you planned it perfectly. You know that? And so you have to be able to deal with it and make sure not only do you deal with it, but everybody, like, it's the best way to deal with it. So everybody is good. It's not just, you can't just say, fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
But, and then, so now let's go a little fast forward from that Freaks record. We shut down the stadium. Now we had this Lost Boy record. And I was like, I'll never start writing. I was like, I got this Lost Boy record. I got this record I want motherfuckers on. I think, I've been riding with Cheeks and Lost Boys for mad long. You feel me? Every time, you know, and it's just, to me, it's a big conglomerate. It's a big family that I grown to love OD. You feel me? Like, you know, it's been times like we could fight, right? And then the next day, everybody's all cool. You feel me? It's been like times like there's been times that me and Cheeks have physically, in Africa, we physically have fought. It was crazy.
Really?
Like, swung, broke the chairs, and The next day, we hugging like brothers. Even when we went to fucking Germany, we wasn't fighting, but if you see them, we had them live, we was running around acting crazy. You know, and we didn't put this on live. It was me, Cheeks, Kai, and Lo, and I feel like we had like a WWE moment in the room. I don't know why. We was all drinking. It was the first night in Germany, and you know, when you bring, because Kai gonna come through here, you're gonna have him come through solo and all that. Everybody come through and do their thing. But when you come, you ask them. I'm telling you, like, we all were like thumping it out for fun though, like straight wrestling, like suplex, throw them up, and then everybody's laughing at us because we were so drunk and lit and just prepared for our show the next day. We out in Germany. It was a great experience, but with brothers, like, you know, it's like strong, like, manly, brother, whatever, you know. And sometimes we could argue, you know, about something, be like some shit. We really think we arguing. Like, if it was some regular people outside, they argue, that'd probably be like the end of their shit.
Yeah,
for us,
it's love though. You guys are love. You know
exactly. We could be arguing. We think we about to scrap, and we be like, see you tomorrow, motherfucker. Get out of here. And I see him tomorrow, and then it's all love, and because we're a family, and that's what you think about your brother, your sister, and your mother, even your mother. You don't always have it cool with them, even though you have to respect your mother and all that. Sometimes
there's disagreements. Sometimes
it's always disagreements in family, and if what you learn in family is that when you have disagreements, you always make it work because it's family. It's not, you're not treating somebody like nobody in the street. Like, oh, you know what? I don't like what you did. Fuck you. Don't hit my phone.
Yeah, but someone in the street, you know.
Yeah, you don't do that to family.
One and done.
Exactly, but we in this shit for life. We in this shit forever. And the Lost Boys family, you know, is so big, and it's just, you know, we all love each other. It's one family, man. I'm just you know, appreciated to be a part of this shit. You know, when we did this Lost Boy record, you know, Kai and Cheeks was like, yo, I'm feeling that shit. You know, we getting on that shit. We're gonna do that shit. We actually recorded that shit in Brewery Recording Studio in Brooklyn. That's the studio that recorded where they laid down the Poster B record with Chris Brown and Janae Aiko. That hit, like, if you go in that studio, they got that on the wall. You know, so it was you know, and that's part of why, you know, sounds good or whatever. So some people tell me it just sounds good, but it's the engineer and the team, the squad who you with. Sometimes it really has a huge impact on it. With back to, you know, even go back to Steve Stout, that was helped build my business foundation when I was already doing that shit. Like, before I was doing business with Cheeks and had people like Mark John Jeffries and a whole bunch of other people. At the time at NYU, I was just managing reality stars and doing music and doing my little music thing, but I was partnered with Chrysler. That was how I started a lot of my shit. Got my first money. Because Fiat Chrysler Automobiles was, you know, I'm Casey Chrysler.
Yeah.
And Chrysler actually fucks with your boy. It's been 10 years now. It's a whole decade they've been fucking with me. And that was actually how I got into NYU. So we go back to NYU, like, the former head at FCA had wrote a recommendation letter to NYU. I still have it in my email. That told NYU I was hugely responsible for turning the Chrysler Group LLC around historically during their, what was that called? What was that? Whatever. It was the auto something where it was like during recession time. The bailout.
Oh, yeah, I remember. That was back in 2008?
Yes.
Oh, that time, yeah.
When Obama was coming, yes.
Yeah.
So that was the year that I got affiliated with Chrysler. That time I was still in college. I was a young buck. And I was very excited about knowledge. I wrote them a 50-page proposal of how they should change and market their company. And while I was doing a radio show at the time. And that's how I had got the head person. I got him on the radio while I gave him the proposal.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, and he was like, this is some very interesting stuff. He actually brought it to the people, Serge Marchion, that was the head at that time. And they all went for it. And that's when later you saw things like the M&M commercial with Chrysler.
Oh,
yeah, a lot of people don't remember. That was my team and that stuff that I gave them as ideas. Even when they got Dr. Dre, that came from M&M, but it all started from what I was telling them to do, because at the time, before they changed the car, in 2006 or 7, they had that, shout out to Chrysler, but I didn't really like the other one. That was before I was associated with them. The other one that people kept making into like a Bentley, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I didn't like that car. No. It wasn't, even though it was similar, for some reason I just didn't like it. And but I was telling them, it's a very hip-hop car right now. And all of your commercials have violins and all this shit. You're acting like people driving this shit are like exquisite, right? Yeah. And now their sales were going down. And it was like, no, you'd be surprised. Like in the back end conversations, some people wonder why it goes down. Maybe we have the wrong people driving. I'm like, no, it's not the wrong people driving the car. The customer decides who the product, right? So if they're like, all these people want this product, you're supposed to just market to that demographic and get the sales up. That's it. You can't say, So I just let them know. It's a lot, hip hop culture, people following it. Yeah. You need to make the commercial more up to date. And it's not even about like black people or white people. That's what Steve Stout taught me. It's about just understanding that, first off, hip-hop has taken over the world.
It has. It's the number one genre for the first time.
Exactly. Go on Spotify, you'll see Post Malone, Drake, and everything at number one. Not Taylor Swift right now. So I tell people, like, hip-hop, it's a global thing. It's not a color or anything. Everybody does hip-hop. We went to Germany. It's skinless, it's colorless. It's like, oh my God, I love hip-hop. And that's why, it's so funny how everybody in the world is different. For example, a lot of people love On Drip, but they really, really love Young and Flashy, like you said. Yeah. Because when it comes down to bars, that's what some overseas, they're still listening to old school shit, like it's hot now.
They have a big following. And an example, I had Master Ace, and he said the people overseas love him, love his music. He loves touring over there because his fan base is huge.
Of course, over there, man, the fan base is like
they're paying more attention to the bars. We're over here, they're more about the party music.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's not even just the party music over here. I think this over here, like we really go down to the brink of it, right? And we're gonna have a real conversation right now. Well, you remember BT 106 and Park?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, you remember MTV, Top 10 Live, all that shit.
I remember all that. Rap City Basement.
Why do you think it's all gone?
Because the music's changed, the sound.
No, the music didn't change. They would have a top 10 of all that trash. I'm gonna tell you what happened is they took that away, so those mainstream stations could no longer dictate what was actually hot and what was not. And then when they took that away, it forced us to only go with what the internet said was hot. You understand? And everything on the internet isn't always good, even if it has big numbers. But now, that's what the radio sounds like, the internet. That's what it is. It's the internet. And the labels, and I can't blame the labels. Because a lot of times, they've taken chances on artists that had talent, but they ain't had the ambition, and the labels lost the money. They signed them for a bunch of money, but now they're like, listen, we don't got time for that. You come to us with your millions of views or your hundreds, you should come to us microwave ready. So we can just put you in a joint, press start. We're not putting nothing together. We're not doing none of that honest development no more. We're not giving the huge deals. If you get hot on your own and you earn the numbers, we'll give you a deal for those numbers you earn. But there's nobody walking in there right now off the street You know, like back in the day.
Yeah, like how it used to be. You had demo tapes.
Yeah, back in the day, you used to give a demo tape. Nobody knew you. They didn't expect nobody to know you because that's how the world was, right? If you wasn't on TV, you wasn't known. Now, even now on TV, what's your social media look like? You on Instagram? Like, what's the Instagram? Like, I know people getting more money that got nothing but Instagram. And all they do is live on Instagram. But it's just the world where the internet is what changed everything. And if they bring back things like 106 and Park, it would help regulate what's hot. Because they wouldn't just they weren't just putting this stuff on the internet. Think about like William. You remember William Hung from American Idol? He was like, she bad, she bad. That shit did like 100 million, views on YouTube. Were we supposed to play that on the radio? Seriously?
No.
Now, according to now, yeah.
Yeah, now. Though,
if he dropped it right now, that shit would be all over the radio.
Yeah, no.
Right, but what does that say though? Because not one person played that shit on the radio back then, and it was like he made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Our standards have changed. It's like, okay, let's just go get the bag, whatever. People will be sitting in the office like, that song sound retarded as shit. And then the other exec go, but this retarded motherfucker got 400,000 real fans.
And I'll give you an example. Lil Nas X with the Old Town Road. That song's all over the place.
Man, well, I'm going to tell you what he did. First off, he made history. That's number one. And what he did was something that wasn't done before. And it was I'm happy for him. I'm happy that Lil Nas X, he did what he felt like doing. He represents whatever he represents. It's just the fact. I remember when I first heard that shit, I was like, damn, these country motherfuckers gonna be mad as fuck when they hear this shit. Because he auto-tuned like some shit with the swag and the country, and it sounds good. But when Billy Ray Cyrus hopped on it and sung the same hook to let them know, like, this is straight country certified, it sounded even better. It was like, oh shit, like, he got one. Like, I'm excited for Lil Nas X. Just because he came out, did his thing, he's not spitting no bars.
Yeah, no.
It's not no bars. It's just what, the music has became very melodic.
Yeah.
So that's a real good melodic song. You could bump to it, and, it did what it did. And I'm just happy that he opened up a door that you don't know what's going to happen. People don't understand, like, back in the day when, like, Future and them were coming out before everybody sounded like this.
Yeah.
Everybody didn't sound like this,
No.
Now everybody sound like Future and Migos right now. And people might feel some way might saying that, but that's the fact.
No,
people sound like Future and Migos. Everybody. Even when I do a record and I might use the effect, right? Mm-hmm. I do it my way, and I make sure I still spit bars. That's why if you hear on drip, people are feeling on drip because they're not listening to on drip. Hearing, I'm not whining. I'm dead ass spitting bars through with a melody that just goes with the song. I'm harmonizing. I'm not just trying to do some random shit. I made a record. That's how I remember somebody told me, Steve, there's a difference between a song and a record. I make records now. I've been blessed to be able to make records, and Mr. Cheek's been making records forever, right?
Yeah.
This Lost Boy family does nothing but make records. I mean, my dude for Kai got records. The Squad got records. I'm just proud of my whole LB fandom right now. It's August 1st, 2019, and I'm live at St. John's University with my dude Max. It's Chrys, man. I'm just excited. I'm getting ready to go back to Germany in a few weeks. I am like...
What's the date you're going to be back exactly?
September 19th to like the 23rd, 24th. It might be longer than that, but that's what the flyers say right now. On the, live in the building with Smith & Wesson, Mobb Deep, and Laws of the Underground. I mean, that's going to be crazy. I'm going to tell you, like, I'm just thinking about... Like, you go on my Instagram right now, you'll see we was all chilling. Like, we wasn't just out there. We was going to lunch and dinner every day and smoking together and partying and going to the strip clubs together. Like, we was together out there. Like, it was a family. Like, and it's so crazy that how everything is just coming together and the love. And when you with legends like Smith & Wesson, right, and Laws of the Underground, even when we did it out there, KRS-One was out there too. And it's just so crazy because I remember when I made the first email, first phone call, just trying to get us out there, Germany. I remember when we was just talking, me and Kyle, yo, we about to go see. I didn't have it yet. I was making calls.
Yeah.
But when when that shit comes back, like every event you see us doing, like I'm doing that shit. It's just like you never know when it's gonna happen. You gotta deal with people and their money and their time, and if they're serious, if they're not. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people don't do the management business side of it because it's a headache. But that's why you just need a lot of trees, ease it down, allow you to deal with people, and just let it all go good. But at the end of the day, man, I just love this. I think we got a caller live on air, man.
Caller?
Oh, they just went off. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
I just saw it. It could have been.
Yeah.
They might tune in right now. 718-990-00. 3SJU, that's 718-990-3SJU. And that last four is 3758, just in case you was confused. Your boy K. Chrys in the building with my dude Max in the
That's right,
building.
yes sir.
St. John's, U, Queens in the building.
You already know
Lost
it.
Boys
LB
in the
fam.
motherfucking building. L's, everybody put them L's
Yes,
up.
sir.
You rocking with the Lost Boys.
Free Speak Nice.
It's the Lost Boys. Shout out Freaky Top. We got that legal drug money. Our music never die. We got them in the kitchen. Look at we on our grind. Yo, play that Lost Boys one time. I want y'all to really understand this Lost Boy record. When we put this together, I really was in the studio smoking. I was like, yo, Cheeks, this shit is gonna make a lot of fucking noise. Kyle was like, yeah, I think this is gonna make some noise. He was like, I don't know. We don't know. All of a sudden, Funk Flex dropped that shit. Bombs on that shit. You know, Flex had actually Young and Flashy. He played Young and Flashy too. Yo.
Yeah.
Flex had played Young and Flashy. We've been running so focused with the with our family shit that, you know, now I'm here. You know, we all doing our thing. You know, still together, but it's like our focus. We had to make sure that the family, like we were still running through the doors at the time. Like, oh shit, he played Young and Flashy, but we still gotta get this Lost Boys up. You know,
Yeah.
You feel me? But yeah, right now I'm just really excited, man, about just everything just going on. Queens of the Bell. Yo, drop that Lost Boy record, Max, and you gotta let them know. Get that on that Lost Boys Next Generation, baby. K. Chrys. You sitting in St. John's, promoting that hot shit.
Yes, sir.
L's. Mr. Chicks, K. Chrys, Freaky God, Lost Boys. Everybody put them L's up. St. John's.
Woo!
St. John's.
Woo!
St. John's.
Woo!
Woo. We rockin' with Max. We pushing to the max.
Ooh, you know it.
Chrys. Better get them L's up.
Ooh. Dope interview, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I get into a song when I start. I love this shit. I'm so passionate about this shit.
Yeah,
So
that's how I am. I love having the interviews and the radio, having you guys up here. You know what I mean?
man, I love this shit. I can't wait till we come out here and perform.
Oh,
Shit, that's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna
Clean.
tell you, like, you remember you was at Urban Plaza, right?
Oh yeah. When I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even know you guys were coming out.
Yeah, nobody knew we was coming
I
out.
didn't know you guys were coming out.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We can talk about that's like, I really am knocking on doors. Like, we wasn't on the bill. We wasn't on the flyer. We wasn't announced.
And then DJ Enough, he announced you out. You guys came out. I was like, no way.
What happened was, it was Pretty Lou's birthday bash. And I think Pretty Lou had let me perform at one of his basketball games or something. I did business with Pretty Lou a few times, between Mark John Jeffries and Mr. Cheeks. I've had him do something. And I saw it was his birthday. I'm like, yo, like, could you get us on that bill? And that was the time where I had 97 Pound 05 was on the record. You feel me?
Yeah.
And he was like, maybe, I don't know. We was actually supposed to open for Fat Joe at first. Fat Joe hit motherfuckers back like, I gotta change it. I can't do that. So Pretty Lou was like, just come through. I got you. He came through. Threw us on stage. DJ Enough didn't even know until he was told. He didn't know until that moment.
Wow.
He was, that was a straight, like, that's me talking to the man running the whole shit. And he's just like, here's an executive, Lost Boys. And then what was crazy for me is you go into this day, like, they gave us our own section on the download. Like, and then, with a lot of people that perform, like, with Fat Joe, they don't have a section for even if it was one song.
Yeah.
It was Jay Chrys only performed one song.
Yeah, Jay Chrys.
And he has a slot on that joint for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Fat Joe had a 30-minute set with like everybody, Remy Ma, everything.
Was there,
and that shit just says Fat Joe and Remy Ma for 30 minutes. He had his artist Angelica and everybody there. I'm just excited because that set the tone. 2 days later, Remy Ma got arrested for hitting some bitch at that event. The streams for the event up the fucking roof.
Really?
It was all over the fucking news. And we was chilling with the bitch she punched in the face from Love and Hip Hop. That shit was crazy. We was just chilling with the bitch. It was crazy.
Hey, you know what's funny is that me and Marco, we went up there. We were right in front of her the whole time. We were up there. We snuck into VIP because we were trying to figure out, because we had Pretty Lou here. He gave away the tickets on our show, and he gave us tickets. And we were like, we gotta get into VIP somehow. And I saw you guys coming down the stairs, actually. You guys and Lil C's. I saw you guys coming down the stairs when I was going up. And I was like, wow. It was like a surreal moment. Because like I'm around all these legends.
Facts.
And I went up.
We gotta leave. Let's bring that back on. Let's bring that. Let's rewind that. Bring it back there. Come on. We're gonna talk about that. Talk about that. It's your boy Chrys. Yo, we was talking about Urban Plaza, baby. We performed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chrys. Everybody put the St. John's put the everybody put the yeah, you better get them L's up.
Ooh. The hit song.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Chrys in the building. Yeah, that's your
know.
boy. You know, it's a cheap freaking cop. You know how we do it.
LB fam, free Spig nice.
Oh, you know Spig is coming home real soon.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Pretty Lou, shout out the whole LB fam.
Rest in peace to Freaky Ty.
R.I.P. Freaky Ty, baby. Queens all day.
Yes, sir. So we were getting into Urban Plaza when you guys performed, a surprise performance in which I didn't even know because I was looking at like you said, the bill, the performers, and I didn't even see you guys on there. Because I'll tell you, I was pumped when I saw Wu-Tang and the Locks were on there, Fat Joe, and you guys came out, and it was a bomb drop. It was surprising, and the whole crowd didn't know, especially the reaction.
Well, they wasn't supposed to know. How could they know when we wasn't on the bill, man?
Yeah.
So if I was telling you, like, Lost Boys was not on the bill of that show. That it was streaming live on Tidal. It's a Rock Nation event. Everybody on the bill. Everybody on the bill was already scorching hot, right?
Yeah.
If you was on that bill, you was solidified. That's why I was like, oh shit, like Lost Boys in the motherfucking building. Like yeah, so that what it was Pretty Lou's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Pretty Lou.
Shout out to Pretty Lou. Shout out to Freaky Cox in the building. I was you know, like yo, Pretty Lou, man. You know, we getting hot right here. Flex dropped it on us. You know, we got the stations running with this. You know, we let us get up in there. First, you know, so crazy because there was a little resistance at first because we wasn't on the bill. Right Nation and we had the whole joint together.
Yeah.
But Lou's family. And I was like, yo, just, you know, see what you can do. All the way into the day before, we still didn't know. You know that?
Wow.
But we was talking about it. It was already discussion. But when got the day of, we was like, yo, I was like, yo, what's going to happen? Pretty Lou about to, you know, we're going to bring us out. We're going to just swarm it. So we did our thing, tore it down. And I think like 2 days later, what was it? I think Remy Ma had got charged with beating somebody from VH1 Living Hip Hop. That made the streams of the whole joint go sky high. And, you know, it was just like, oh, shit. I looked at, like, you could look at the streams of the live video.
Now, where did this happen, this whole Remy Ma issue? You said it was on the roof?
Yo, they said it happened at Urban Plaza, but I didn't see shit.
I didn't see anything either. I told you.
Nothing. I ain't hear nothing. We ain't see nothing. We was chilling and vibing. All I know is when I saw the shit on the news, I was shocked just like everybody else. All I knew is we getting notifications that I know what was going on from the situation. And I'm like, oh, that's pressure in traffic you can't buy.
Yeah.
You can't buy that. But you know, I wasn't. You know, I don't wish nothing on nobody. I think everything went good now. Everybody's out of the trouble. But it was just so funny how things have fallen into place for us as far as like how things happen. You know, so yeah. Shout out to Pretty Lou for really just allowing us to hop on that because it was last minute.